Security watch for you now. The White House is ready to hand Pakistan a $2 billion security assistance aid package designed to help fight extremists along the border with Afghanistan. Sources are telling CNN that the announcement will be made later this week when Pakistani officials are in Washington for high-level talks. Meantime, though, Pakistan has been complaining that it needs more support from the U.S. to combat terrorists.
Well, now to the hunt for Osama bin Laden. Yes, it's still ongoing. New reports this week are painting a very different picture of life on the run for America's most wanted terrorist. He's now believed to be hunkered down, possibly planning his next attack and not running from cave to cave in some Afghan or Pakistani mountain range. Michael Scheuer is a former CIA counterterrorism analyst. He headed up the agency's bin Laden unit. He's now an adjunct professor at Georgetown University. Michael, you said for a long time, all the way back to 2004, that you don't believe bin Laden is running from rock to rock, hiding from cave to cave.
No, that's kind of the Hollywood version that Mr. Bush and now Mr. Obama have given the American people, sir. We have had extraordinary good luck at capturing these people when they're moving. They're most dangerous. They're most vulnerable, rather. They make mistakes when they move. They make mistakes in communications. If bin Laden had been following the script that our presidents have written for him, we would have had him a long time ago.
So if he's hiding in plain sight, as the suggestion has been from NATO officials that our Barbara Starr talked to in Afghanistan over the last couple of days, he would need to have some help. Who's helping him?
Well, I think we forget sometimes that for a huge number of Muslims around the world, he is an Islamic hero. He has not only stood up to the United States, but he's hurt us badly. In addition, he lives among tribes who regard protecting a guest with their lives as essential. And so he lives in a very supportive population. The direct translation to him being safe because he's being protected by the Pakistani government, I think, is a mistake, because he's living in an area that the Pakistani government doesn't control.
But there was a suggestion from NATO officials to our Barbara Starr yesterday that some elements of the Pakistani intelligence services, the ISI, may in fact know where he is and may be aiding in his comfort. Would you expect that would be the case?
I think there's probably a chance that goes on. But really what we're seeing here is, first, an admission that we have not told the American people the truth over the past decade about where he is. But second, this is a lot of propaganda also, because the West, especially Washington, wants the Pakistani army to invade a province called North Waziristan and fight the insurgents. And so this is a combination of probably both truth and propaganda.
Right. His lifestyle is certainly contradictory to, as you pointed out, what President Bush said about him, that we've got him on the run, he's hiding in the cave. President Obama, as you pointed out, has said much the same thing. The life he leads would appear to give him the freedom to plot and plan. Do you think that he is still actively involved? You know, we had this terror plot in Europe that was uncovered a couple of weeks ago. Intelligence officials were suggesting that bin Laden had signed off on it.
Yeah, that's the kind of the second part of the Hollywood version of Osama bin Laden, is that somehow he can't communicate with his organization or can't control it. Well, anybody who's been in a Radio Shack in the last 15 years knows that if a satellite goes overhead, you can communicate. Not every message is intercepted by NSA or any other government agency. And so to tell the American people that he can't communicate is a mistake, I believe.
Why do you think, Michael, there has been, I mean, there's been a few attempts of small-scale attacks, but why do you think there has been no large-scale attack against the United States since 2001, if indeed Osama bin Laden is free to plot and plan as he wishes?
I don't think that bin Laden and al-Qaida can believe how much progress they've made since 9/11. I think that's the reason. We're losing two wars. The surge in Iraq is unraveling. Afghanistan is lost. And you have to look at their own war aims. Their war aims have been to help bleed America to bankruptcy, first. Second, to spread out American troops and our intelligence services till we have no reserves and flexibility. And third, to create as much political dissent in America as possible and to strip away our allies. If you're Osama bin Laden, you have to be very delighted when you look at those metrics and see how far you've come since 9/11.
Do you believe, Michael, that al-Qaida is stronger or not as strong as it was prior to 9/11?
Oh, it's much stronger, sir.
Really?
At 9/11 and just after, the Europeans and ourselves had to watch out for people coming at us out of Pakistan and Afghanistan. We, of course, still have that problem today, but in addition, we have to worry about Yemen, we have to worry about Iraq, we have to worry about Somalia, and we have to worry about North Africa.
Lots to worry about this morning. Michael Scheuer, thanks so much. Good to see you this morning.